everybody put your hands up like this and we can hold hands.
Oh, that's right.
Put your hands up on the ends. And look, we're all holding hands. I miss you all.
Perfect. Hi, I'm Elizabeth Warren, and I'm so glad to be here with 3 of my best friends in the world. And 4 of us got together today because we're launching a day of action. Here's the problem we've got right now in this country. We got a lot of people we really rely on every single day, but often they're doing it without proper protective equipment and without any protections in their jobs. And so Congressman Khanna and I decided we were going to get together and write an Essential Workers Bill of Rights.
It's really simple. It says every worker should have basic safety at the workplace, that they should get the pay that they deserve, that they should be able to take time off if they're sick or if they need to look after their kids. We now know as a society who the essential workers are. They're the people who make sure that we get our groceries, that we get our medicines, that the internet is running and electricity is flowing, that our places are clean. These are the people who do hard work, and frankly, for so long, they've been invisible.
Congresswoman Pressley, can you tell us about what a Bill of Rights for essential workers would mean for the people you represent in Massachusetts?
Peace of mind. Let's just start there.
Yeah.
Peace of mind and good health. You know, there are so many essential workers who are feeling vulnerable. And so I've had conversations recently with SEIU, 1199 and 509. One was a mother who called me at 11 o'clock at night saying schools are closed and, I don't have childcare. I'm sick. I've been deemed an essential worker. There's no PPE and I don't know what to do. I said, listen, if you're sick, you should stay home and there's no one else to watch your child. And she said, Representative Pressley, can you promise me if I stay home that I won't lose my job? And I couldn't promise her that. And that was heartbreaking.
I am so concerned about the frontline healthcare workers. My mother relies on them every single day, so I want to make sure that they are safe so that she can be safe as well. Gig workers are essential right now. I know there are gig workers who have to have these jobs so that they can put food on the table for their families. So look,
it's an important point, Deb.
Absolutely. It's a matter of keeping our communities safe. If we're not keeping everyone safe, then nobody is safe.
That's right.
That's what public health means.
That's right. That's the
absolutely
the literal definition.
Yeah, what we need to do is make sure that there is equity in our society so that every worker can be protected when they go to work, regardless of whether there is a COVID-19 pandemic or not. As you mentioned, Ayanna, people go to work when they're sick every single day because they can't afford to take off. They have to pay that rent. And so I think this is an excellent start, and long-term, I'd love to see us protect every single worker in this country to make sure that they have the time they need when they're sick and when their kids are sick.
Yep, and it's a matter of dignity for them. It's a matter of safety for them, and it is a matter of public health for all of us.
The society wouldn't function.
Always been true.
For these millions of folks.
As we all know, essential workers are disproportionately women and disproportionately people of color. And we're starting to understand that this COVID-19 crisis hits harder in communities of color.
Most of the essential workers are low-wage workers. They're overwhelmingly women of color. I saw a statistic recently, I think it was only 1 in 5 African Americans, Latinx can afford to work from home. 1 in 5.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they are underpaid, and we've been fighting for them to have worker protections and a living wage and predictable work schedules and childcare and healthcare access. And it's unconscionable that we have to fight for those things because, again, it is what everyone has earned. and is owed in a society that is just and that is equitable.
There are Native communities across the country who need protection, who need this essential workers bill of rights. Native Americans are 11% of the population in New Mexico and account for over 40% of the positive cases. That's exactly what Ayanna was saying. It's communities of color who have taken the brunt of the inequity for such a long time.
The way I see this is that our Essential Workers Bill of Rights is one way to just build a little more equity into this system. It's equity that we need all the time, but equity that we can see how much we need it now during a time of crisis.
We need to have their back. We need to pay them and treat
right.
them with the dignity that they deserve. It's time to stand with essential workers. They've had our back. Will you stand with us on this day of action?
So I want to thank everybody who tuned in with us today and ask you this. If you are an essential worker, please tell us your story. Do a video. Show a little about what your job is like. And if you're one of the people who is lucky enough to be able to shelter in place and you're relying on essential workers, tell your story and get in the fight on their behalf. Make sure that people know that you support the Essential Workers Bill of Rights. And if you want more information about this, go to elizabethwarren.com. We got plenty of ways to get you in the fight. The Essential Workers Bill of Rights, this is one very tangible way that we can help level the playing field just a little. It's a matter of basic fairness. It's a matter of basic health. It's what we got to do. Thank you all for being here.
That's right.
All right.
It's essential.
It
Day of
is.
action.